Now, you want your child transferred into a classroom with a teacher, but just know you will face resistance from both the school and district. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I want to paint a picture about why this is, and I'm not trying to make anyone sound like the villain here. I'm trying to explain how things work and why it ends up being this way. So look, most school administration and districts, they won't change a child's classroom because that class will have what seems to be substitute teachers for the foreseeable future. Now, this is a lot of it's from my experience, but still, I've seen this across other districts as well. And there's a reason why they won't make that change. So, from their perspective, if they do grant this one request where they go, oh, I understand. I wouldn't want a year of substitute teachers either. And really, I mean, who would? But if they grant this one request, well, then they will then continue getting those requests, and the follow up request will say, "Well, you granted it for that family. Why won't you grant it for ours?" And the truth is, the the school administration and the district, realistically, they can't really grant all those requests, especially if they can't find the teacher. And I want to paint that picture. It is difficult to find those teachers. It's not like there's a line down the street of teachers applying for these positions. And so they really can't set the precedent of they'll grant every request to switch out of a classroom with no teacher and into a classroom with an established teacher. It's just not realistic. Now, is that fair to you and your child? No, of course it's not. Hence why I say you should still try to get that switch anyway, because the negative consequences of a year of no teacher, it's bad, and you should do everything within your power to try to fix that. But the district and the school, they have other things that they are also trying to accomplish. They're not trying to necessarily be mean to every kid in that classroom, but they have to keep classrooms balanced also out of fairness to the teachers, because they're balancing things like student behavior, student achievement, number of boys and girls in a classroom. And I know that doesn't sound fair to any parent, but they are trying to balance those things, because I can speak as a teacher. I've taught in those classrooms where the students were not very balanced between two classes, and so that it's a lot to ask a teacher to do throughout a year. So even with this knowledge, even though you understand the realities of how that could possibly work and what they would have to do, and it is in a sense unrealistic to grant every single parent's request, you should still try anyway.